Hello everybody, welcome to Programming with C++. Today we'll be studying the input and output streams. For any program, there must be some input from the user, and we have to display some output to the user. So that'll be one of the tasks for a program. So how to get the input and how to display the output. So let us see what a stream is first. Input or output is a sequence of bytes called streams. So streams is nothing but sequence of bytes, and the bytes are only characters, are usually characters. Hence here bytes are usually characters. Streams are of two types. One is input stream and the other is output stream. Input stream. Input stream is a sequence of characters from an input device to the computer program. Input is nothing but a user gives to the device, right? Hence we say from an input device to the computer program. Next we have output stream. A sequence of characters from the computer program to the output device. Output is from the program to the user, right? Hence it is from the computer program to an output device. And the standard input device is always a keyboard. Using keyboard only we usually give the inputs to the program. And the standard output device is a screen, that is a monitor. And to receive data from the keyboard and send out to the screen, we must use the header file IO stream. Usually we use the header file IO stream. What does the header file contain? Let us see now. Header file contains definition of two data types. One is iStream. iStream is for input stream. iStream, which is input stream, and OStream, which is output stream. Both together forms the IO stream. Now, header file also contains objects. So what are the two objects it contains? It contains two objects. One is cin and the other is cout. Cin, where C stands for console. And cin is console input and cout is console output. Standard output. Standard output of a program is the screen. You know, right? Using a screen only, usually we display the program's output. And the C++ stream object to access it is cout. Cout is console output. There is some syntax how to type that cout. I think you have seen in one of the previous example, like we had cout to print something. Let us see the syntax now. It is cout followed by two angular braces like this. Something like a less than, followed by expression or manipulator. And again you can continue, you can cout how much ever, like you can just print things continuously. Here the output operator to angular thing is known as insertion operator. What is the two less than angular braces together called as? It is called as insertion operator or put operator. Hence you can get to know that the word put is associated with output. Cout. Cout can, see here we don't have anything in double quotes. If you just have cout expression, the value of that expression will be printed. Whereas you have cout and something written in double quotes like comment or statement. As shown you, that statement itself would be printed. I think we have seen in the previous program. Let us see an example. Here we have int a equals to 10. This is a declaration. Next int b equals to 20, another declaration. And then we come to the cout statement. We just print a's value is. So this comes in double quotes, followed by the new line character. Hence when this line is associated, when this line is executed, that gets returned here. That is a value is. And then again you have that insertion operator followed by a. Now a doesn't get printed, value of a gets printed. Hence we have a's value is 10. Similarly, we have b's value is, hence you have b's value is 20. And then again we do cout a. Cout a, right? Here only value of a gets printed and only value of b. And another thing to notice, if you're writing an end line character, it should come within the double quotes. If not, if you want to write it just like an expression, then you should use this end L. Next comes the standard input. Standard input of a program is the keyboard. Usually the user gives the input to the program using a keyboard most of the cases, and the C++ stream object defined to access it is cin. You know, right? Cin is console input, and cin you can take in any number of variables together. Like the syntax for cin is cin followed by two angular braces, which is like greater than angular braces, and then with n number of variables followed by a semicolon. For example, if you tell the user enter 5 numbers, you can just directly store it in 5 variables by writing cin a, b, c, d, and e. And the input operator, this symbol is known as an extraction or get operator. Hence, get is associated with input. Input data should be of same type as that of the variable declared. If you declare a variable of type integer, then you should obviously input a data of type integer only. Let us see an example. Here we have declared int a and character b. Hence, a is a variable of type integer, b is a variable of type character. And then we write cout enter value of a. So that statement gets printed first in the output screen, and then the user enters something, so that is taken into a. We tell cin a. So that's nothing but storing the value of a from the user. Hence the user here inputs 10. So let us see how it gets stored. Here you have no variable a of type integer, so that is nothing but in that variable a stores 10 now. Similarly, you have enter value of b, and then user will input a character variable. If the user has inputted c, that gets stored in variable b, but it's of type character. Next, you have input using get function. Input can also be taken using get function. As we said, it is called as a get operator at all. Hence, we got to know that the get word is associated with input. Next, object cin can access the stream function get. Get is a function, and usually a function will be followed by parenthesis, and within the function you'll have to write what variable you want to pass. Is used to read character data. And another thing is, you can read only character data using get function. You cannot read some numerical value using get function. And a get function inputs the very next character, including whitespace character. And even to store a whitespace character, you can use a get function. Let us see the syntax of get function. For the syntax of get function, we have cin followed by get. So because get is a function, right, you call it from cin. Hence you have cin dot get of, within parentheses you have varchar. What is varchar here? Varchar is nothing but variable. Var stands for variable, char stands for character. So it means it's a character variable. Hence we said, right, it should read only character data. And varchar, which appears in parentheses, is called the argument of the function. Function should be within the parenthesis, and something within the parenthesis is an argument of the function. You should pass something, and usually we take only character data types for that. We don't take numerical. Let us see an example of it. We have we have a followed by space followed by 30. If this is the input, a followed by space followed by 30, how do you store it? How do you get that input and store it in variables? What we have to do is, you have to store a in one character, ch1, space in another character, ch2, and 30 in another number, because 30 is of type integer. Let us see how we do that. First we write cin.get ch1. This would perform storing a in character 1. Cin.get ch2, you should copy even the white space without leaving that. So that gets copied in ch2. And then we don't do the copying of a and the white space continuously. We have to call it with two different functions. We can't do it in just one different function. Hence we call the function twice here. And then to store 30, we use cin num. So num, we can't use get function because 30 is of type integer. And then here you can have some pictorial representation. ch1 stores a, ch2 stores white space, number stores 30. And then we did not use get function to store 30 because its type is integer. Get function reads only character data type. You understood in this, right? Next we have put function. Cout can also be used to display a character. Like we said that input is associated with get, so output is associated with a word called put. So there is another function called put which is used to display a character. Let us see the syntax of it. It is cout dot put within parenthesis varchar. So again, first you have cout because it is associated with cout. You have it as cout dot, and then put is the function, and then put is the function, and then within parenthesis we write the variable character. We have cout dot put, and within parenthesis we just have an alphabet p. What is the alphabet for? That is nothing but cout dot put will print the alphabet p. Or like the another example, you can either store that character into another variable first, like category equals to t, and then you can write category as one of the arguments which will be printing the value of it. Thank you.